Out the Box Podcast. We better bring you some news today. Yeah. Because a lot of accusations going on. Some careers about to get ruined. But I want to welcome y'all to Out of the Box Podcast. We're going to talk about some major news today. And we appreciate y'all tuning in. So make sure you like, subscribe. And subscribe. You better subscribe and comment. You feel me? And here we go. Now the topic of discussion today is an actor who has been making the waves. People have been like, man, he's like one of the greatest actors. He's going to be the next Denzel Washington. And every movie he's doing, like Creed 3 and everything like that, is becoming iconic roles that he's doing. Even the Marvel is basically putting him as one of the main villains. Unfortunately, I don't watch Marvel, but what people tell me, it's really great from his acting. Now, I think this is a great topic to basically go on because a lot of men have faced these accusations all in Hollywood. You know, sexual assault, violence, abusive men. And it's fair to say that there has been a lot of men that have abused women and have to do certain things to advance in their careers, to make them to belittle themselves when it comes to how aggressive these men were. But sometimes we have to think about the other side of the coin, about what a person may do out of anger, jealousy. Now, Johnathan Major was basically accused of strangulation, of basically choking a girl that I believe that he was dating at a time. Now, when that happened, he had a lot of endorsement deals, and some of these endorsement deals was like, we're going to pull out. We're not going to work with you.
Crazy.
And the thing is that even if this is not even true, his career will still be ruined, still be messed up because of these situations. Because when you basically put that onto a man, that basically ruins his career in certain ways. So, as an actor, there's multiple actors that I've seen that have actually been found not guilty of their accusations that they have. I can't think of the actor name, but he played in the movie and he directed Nat Turner. And that movie is supposed to basically make some changes when it comes to representing the time of slavery. And people didn't go watching or see it like that. I think the box office didn't do very well because what was coming up is like, oh, he raped somebody back in college. But so crazy, he got off and they found that he was innocent. Now, what we're finding out, new news, and this is just speculation. I don't know if it's a fact or not, but a lot of people are recanting a lot of things of what of what's happening with what that woman said that Johnathan Major did. So now they're saying that, oh, he didn't do that. We was there. We heard him. He didn't basically strangle that girl. He didn't basically abuse that woman. Oh. Now, I want you to understand is that I'm not basically trying to say that women don't get abused or don't have to deal with a man's world that we basically live in. But just understand, if this is actually true, that he did not do that, you really kind of tainted this person's career. All of Hollywood was like, wow, you're basically breaking out and doing something great. The acting that you're doing, you still haven't hit to your moment. But due to you feeling away, or you had some issues and you want to basically say, he hit me. Now, woman, I want you to understand, those accusations can really destroy someone in all kinds of industries. And you might feel like, oh, at the moment, I want to basically make him feel pain. I want him to hurt. But you want that person to feel hurt forever? Because the thing is that you're not just hurting that person. You're hurting his family, his brother, his sister, and all these things that you basically have tarnished that he's worked for. Maybe his family depends on him. He's the breadwinner. He has to help out his kids. But due to you bringing an accusation, so anytime Netflix be like, you know what, we want to make a new movie deal, or we want to do something, now they're going to be like, I don't know if I want to do that. Because they're like, by us dealing with that, we have to face the backlash. And as a business, you must understand is that sometimes they can't just wait around and see what the results are. Because they have a business to run. So that's what the thing I would love to know is like, as a woman, why do you feel like sometimes when it comes to certain things like that, and we do know women that have done that, will lie and say that they've been hit or hurt, or could be raped or whatsoever, and we're not basically using it as a sense of justifying that the people that have been through those things. But why do you think that certain women feel to say that to hurt the man?
I mean, I think if you want to really get to somebody or get underneath their skin, or you really trying to get some type of payback, what other way would you think about it other than getting to their pockets?
But do you ever think,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But do you ever think like, man, damn, this right here this person that I'm talking with or dating.
I mean, I would never ever do anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I would never accuse somebody of something that they've did, that they didn't do. You know what I'm saying? If I'm ever speaking on any type of situations because that person actually did something to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, but I don't get off of, ruining somebody's career. I don't like that type of payback, that type of revenge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really get off of stuff like that. I'm the type of person, like, I'll handle things a different type of way. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that type of payback. You feel me? Especially if you're not doing anything that really put me in harm's way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, if you ain't doing anything to me that put me in the harm's way, or you ain't out here making me look, batshit crazy and make me look like a fool, then why would I go out here and just publicly, say something? But for the women who do it, I think it comes from insecurity. You know what I mean? So they like, hey, this is, you can't get to somebody, or this person has a lot to lose. Then some women just, honestly, are evil. Some men too, so don't get it twisted. So I want to call that out too. Men do the same thing all the time.
In what way?
The same exact thing. What do you mean? Well, what are we talking about right now? They can go out here, spread rumors on women, say women is it could be anything. It can say women is a thought. It can be women, just saying a woman did something that she didn't do. It's just the same thing.
Yeah. And
it's not just women that do it. Men do it too.
I don't think they basically, it is not a long lasting effect compared to like an accusation of a rape. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you basically, if I say like, yeah, she a thought and she messing around, or she messing with so many people, a person I feel like can really bounce back from that compared to someone that basically like, I hit you. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, especially nowadays. Because they can be like, okay, yeah, you mess with this and that. Girl be like, so? Okay. You feel what I'm saying? Because now it's like, I'm not saying that's the norm, but it's the norm to basically have those, like, women be saying these phases. But if I say I hit you, my career is done. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. There's no really coming back.
I don't think it's no coming back from a rape. I feel like it will be easier to come back from a situation of hitting someone than coming back from a situation of rape. That's crazy.
Because the thing is, when it comes to hitting someone, right? Like, let's say, for instance, Tory Lanez, right?
It's worse to rape someone.
Yeah, it is definitely worse. both of them are bad.
Both, yeah, don't get me wrong, but
So
I feel like you can come back from hitting someone. Like for example, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's take Chris Brown and Rihanna for example. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Chris Brown's career is not completely back to where it was, but it ain't bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's still Chris Brown. He still has people respecting him. He still has people to back him. People understand and they see the situation for what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, it was a horrible situation, but at the same time, it's not. You know what I'm saying? I still believe Chris Brown is, you know, still one of the top artists of all time, and he's still doing his thing above a lot of artists that's out today. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it didn't really stop him. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, the thing is that Chris Brown is a different kind of artist. But if we think about it and we like try to analyze that, it tarnished his career. I mean,
it did.
It's like even regardless of.
But he's bouncing back. You don't think so?
No, because the thing is, right?
Okay, talk to me. Why?
Most, like, a lot of companies won't really basically endorse him. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, let's say for instance.
Yeah, some companies not, but there's a lot of companies there is.
What companies? Like, name me a big company that worked with Chris Brown.
Honestly, I don't do that type of research, sir.
So you
on anybody.
So
to be quite honest with you, so you asking the wrong person, so, yeah, but I'm pretty sure they're out there.
They're not. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, every time, like, a lot of big companies won't work with him. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of it is basically off of music, or he has to do his own business. Like, we don't see him in those Super Bowl commercials. We don't basically see him in a lot of things that other artists are in. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean that.
Do we know if he's going after opportunities like that? Is he looking for them? Do we know that he's not? You know what I'm saying? We don't know.
He said it himself. Like, a lot of people don't give me the chance that I would do, like that I used to. Because remember when Chris Brown first coming up, he was basically in the bubblegum commercial.
But look, hear me out. That's why I didn't take away. I was like, yes, it is not all the way. His career is not all the way back the way that it was. But at the same time, people are starting to look past it. You can see it. Like, you can see it. You got Chris Brown. You got so many artists. Like, look at everything that happened with the whole Billboard Awards and thing. Look how much support he was getting. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I feel like, yes, it's not all the way there, but I feel like people also can see that situation for what it was. They were two people. They was young in love. Rihanna can get over the situation. Then, you know, everybody else should be able to get over the situation too. Now, it is just some, you know, it's some butthole people out there in the world who just want to, you know, see a person fall, or they just can't let go of stuff. So I feel like, yeah, but I do feel like as a whole, for everything that's happened with Chris Brown and where his career is now, it's not like over. He ain't a has-been. You know what I'm saying? He's still Chris Brown at the end of the day. He still is making shit happen regardless.
I mean, but the thing is,
you know what I'm saying? This man can still sell out, you know, concert shows. Like, he's still doing his thing. He not a has-been. You feel me?
But that's the difference.
But I do think I still think it's room for him to bounce back. Because I feel like even where he is right now compared to where he is, he's in a way better position he is now than what he was when the situation first happened. And he do have people on his side now. You know what I'm saying? He do have people that's looking past that situation.
And the same amount of people that he have is still beefing. You think about it like this. You look at the Cole Bailey situation, right? Did one song, and they basically came for her life. You feel what I'm saying?
Who?
With the song with Chris Brown. Chloe Bailey, what's her name? Chloe?
But we already know what that is about, though. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what
we already know what that's about.
The thing is, it's not about like.
But it was like for every argument, everybody else was still. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. But the thing is
that's gonna be an ongoing thing. That's what I'm saying. That's about our butt.
But the thing is, it's different, right? This is what I'm trying to say. Is that his artistry has basically showed that it's basically of greatness, right?
I feel like if Chris Brown, well, all I'm saying is to prove a point. I'm not trying to hang up on this situation. I do feel like it's easy to come back and bounce back from a situation where you hit somebody, you know what I'm saying? And even especially if you're in a sincere place versus you raping somebody. That's just all I was just saying. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if he raped her, you know what I'm saying? I don't think people gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, there was definitely no really comparison of those two, but I mean, at the same time, it's like it depends on the artistry. Like you think about like R. Kelly, right? You feel what I'm saying? He's messing with kids.
Okay.
It's like the thing is that
you think he bouncing back from that?
He did bounce back at that time, right? But the thing is like it wasn't a bounce back where we're here. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel like it wasn't a bounce back because people were still somewhat not really believing him. You know what I'm saying? It was like at that point, because now you got people supported evidence. Like, what about now? R. Kelly right now, from the documentaries, everything that's coming out, people exposing him. Do you think it's easy for him to bounce back now? Because back then we was at a time where you really, during that time, the internet wasn't like, I don't even think the internet was a thing during that time. You know what I'm saying? And people wasn't really out here doing a whole Me Too movement or anything like that. So that's why that situation didn't go that far. Matter of fact, that's why some of this Me Too movement is created, because back in the day, a lot of people who, when it was stuff actually happening to them, people didn't believe them because of people always making accusations on rich people or trying to come up. So when the whole situation with the R. Kelly thing came up back in the day, that's how people treated it as. That's how people treated the other situations, the Bill Cosby situation, everything else. So I feel like, to me, that's kind of like, it's not really comparable to what we talking about, because at that point in time, it was a different time. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why he was able to overcome that situation was because he was R. Kelly in the 90s. We didn't have the internet. There wasn't a lot of people out here speaking up against him. There wasn't evidence about it. But I feel like if there was hardcore evidence, you know what I mean, about it, bro, he wouldn't have bounced back. If it was what it was today, what the same stuff that happened to him today, if that happened then R. Kelly would have never bounced back.
Then we have Trey Songz. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like,
what's going on with Trey Songz right now?
He has multiple accusations.
Right now, but at the same time, we ain't really been hearing nothing from Trey Songz. He been making his stuff look bad ever since.
You know what I mean? Like, the thing is that if he came out, make some really good music, right? Because that's the one thing. That's the one equalizer of certain things. Because the thing is, I think that you're thinking that I'm basically saying one is better than the other. No, I'm saying these accusations all in a whole, right?
Okay.
When it comes to sexual assault, right? There's certain things that people got sexually assaulted and it came out to be nothing and their career is over. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about a comedian. I think he was like an Indian comedian, and all he did was had a horrible bad date, and she said, yeah, he sexually assaulted me, and it didn't happen. His whole master of none have basically went down the drain.
Right. Well, I agree with you on that stance. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like people need to be more careful about what they doing, because you're impacting people's livelihoods at the end of the day. But, it's unfortunate because we also live in a time where there's always somebody searching for a come up. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to have a story. You know what I'm saying? That's their moment of fame. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta say this, that, and the third to make you look back and make me come up, right, then you know what I'm saying? That's how people look at it. You know what I'm saying? They looking for a quick come up, quick money scheme. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get on too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So to some people, they don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And I think in the day, it's like how I feel is that, especially if you're in a relationship with that person, that person didn't do it. It's like, why mess up your bag too? You feel what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it's an unfortunate situation because
unless that's what it was about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe she saw him getting real hot and he started losing interest. He started to get, that man on GQ magazine recently? Like, had the ladies going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She probably seeing all that attention, seeing that, feeling like she getting left behind. Yeah. Some women get like that, you know what I'm saying? Not all women, but some women, we can all say that, I think.
Yeah. And the thing is, when it came to the point that you're saying, when it came to men, now I'll say one thing that was very crazy back in the day that they would do was what we call in high school, when back in the day, sexting, right? When they would show women in a certain kind of light or whatsoever. Now that was very horrible at that time. You feel what I'm saying?
Sexting was crazy.
So it's like when your friends would show all the people around your school of a naked person, like naked woman or whatever, or a naked girl, that's an issue.
Right.
Now, that's the thing. I just think that what we need to basically do is just understand and be accountable for putting things in the atmosphere. Because the thing is, a lot of, like, depending on the state that you're in, you can automatically get locked up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Virginia is one of those states. Yeah. If someone basically say, or they don't have to have no proof, this person hit me, they automatically charge you. Now, I understand that there was men being very abusive, but I feel like we should look up the evidence. We shouldn't just judge someone just right then and there. Let's see what happens. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
I feel it, but I think what the issue is, it's like we live in such an era where everybody just got something to say or want something to say, and I feel like, let me get this story out first. That's what everybody's doing. You know what I'm saying? They looking for that come up. They want to put the news out there, and they don't really believe in real news anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's just like anything to just clickbait. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And, we must think about, like, the things that we put out, other people's lives. But you know what I'm saying? I understand that you may say that these people sign up for it. But just understand the mother that basically have to see their son go through all this, walking down the street, and then we're like, hey, you scumbag, da-da-da-da-da. You feel what I mean? Now, these things are just crazy. Yeah. And it's a shame that people have to go through it. And again, I'm not saying, I have to basically always keep saying this, I'm not saying that women don't get abused, but for the men that do, they must be accountable. I honestly feel like there should be a law. Like, to be like, if you lie,
you should go to jail.
Bro, I feel like life, okay? You
feel not life, that's crazy.
Life, you should definitely.
Not crazy, man. Jail is kind of reckless. I wouldn't say life,
10,
no.
Look, bro, if I was a judge and the person did that, I would give him 10, 20 years, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess it depends on the severity of the crime or how long it went along, like how much the person lost. Then I would feel like that would count for their time. You know what I'm saying? But you can't just be like, yo, nigga, you going to jail for life.
I tell you like this, Shakita, right? You had $1 million. Let's say you had $4 or $5 million, right?
Okay.
And this man says something, right? And mind you didn't have $4 or $5 million ever in your life. And that person took $4 or $5 million away from you because you had that deal set up. They're like, yeah, we pulling the plug. Would you feel like he needed to do their life?
I feel you. That's $1 million.
Yeah.
Nah, but I mean, it just all depends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
If I lose $5 million, you deserve life.
I mean, and at that time, I'm gonna feel like you deserve life. But
you feel what I'm saying?
Eventually, I might be like, nah, I'll let you live.
I have mercy,
but you gonna pay.
I ain't gonna be like, okay, yeah, put in a death row. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel for the, like, some people that be like, all right, I'm gonna sue the shit out of you. Like, yeah, right. Like I would, bro. Even if you didn't have the money, I would make sure.
Question. Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
how you feel, like, speaking of that, like, people lying and stuff on, you know what I'm saying, not to bring up an old topic, but like, how do you feel like with the Tory situation, Tory and Meg, like, all this time, Tory was like, yo, like, I ain't doing this stuff, but then the audio tapes come out, and then we like, yeah,
that's the thing. Like, that
you
made
think
you
he
feel
deserved time, like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, when you hear that, yeah.
Well, I mean, for shooting a girl, yeah, absolutely. But do you think he, like, should get even more time for, like, trying to make people believe him and all that other stuff?
Probably, yeah. I mean, I think one of the main things is like, who couldn't be a believer? You know what I'm saying? Like, that, he made it so convincing. Like,
he did. He had me question her low key. I was like, but I didn't like. I went all the way on his side, but I was kind of like, I don't know which one of y'all motherfuckers lying, but we gonna find out though. But yeah, that's how it be though. No cap. But I just think, I mean, I agree with you 100%. I just feel like people just need to be able to take a step back and really analyze their situation and be able to put yourself in other people's shoes at the end of the day. So That's just what it is.
Yeah, man, damn. Tory Lanez was like, the music he was coming out with, and he just thought, it's like,
I know, now it's like, nigga, I was like, oh, we might be able to listen to it. Tory got the hits.
Nigga, the nigga did the motherfucking tweet talking about, oh, God got me. I was like, damn, you must be an atheist then, like, cause for real, you got hella, like, a long time. Cause the thing is, people think that he ain't gonna do that much time. I don't know, bro. I think the judge is going to give him some time. You feel what I'm saying? And then it's like,
you think so?
Yeah.
I don't know if he gonna get that much time though, but I do think he gonna do some time. But I don't think he gonna get 20 years. That's crazy. Wasn't it like 20 plus years? They said.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think that's gonna happen.
People saying 5 or whatever, but I think it's gonna be higher than that. Like the thing is, I think like 15 to 10. You feel what I mean? Like he getting it. He gonna get that time because like
that's crazy.
I think that one of the main things.
Do you feel like Megan can stop that potentially? Do you think would she even want to?
No, and I think that she can make him, like, if she really wanted to, like when they sentence him, she can go into court and be like, I can't sleep, I can't eat, I feel safer when you do that, man. He gone. And you be like, damn, Tory Lane's gonna come out basically like 40. You feel what I mean? And it's like, damn, if you, and it's like. And certain part of me want to believe that he didn't really do it, but that phone call, like, sorry, damn. Like the fact that 50 Cent was on Tory Lane's on like,
I know it's so many people on his side, and man. That's crazy. You got Drake coming up with verses now. Don't get me wrong. I don't think that verse was for Megan. I just think it was a double entendre, like, you know what I'm saying, that he got people. But the fact that he knew that people would start thinking about it, and the fact that he had that line, I know he was like, dang, I should have never did that.
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just a wild situation. I mean, like, it's a kind of sometimes a catch-22 in these things, because like, man, that's why now, like I was telling someone, when that whole issue would come to Johnathan Majors, I was like, well, I'm gonna wait till all the evidence come out, because
facts.
Niggas ain't jumping out the box no more. Like,
I knew that. Absolutely. I think if that's one thing that case showed us, that one definitely showed us a lot. Like, niggas don't be out here saying the truth all the time. So y'all niggas just need to pay attention.
But it's like, the thing is like, if you shot someone, right? It's like, to me, the reason why
I feel like you should come out and say it. Like, for real. Like, if you shot somebody, you should be honest.
Yeah, and I just think that, like, what nigga would basically, if you really did shoot someone, and this person's still alive, right?
Right. I just feel like if he would have admitted it from the beginning, this situation wouldn't even got this far.
Nah, bro. I think that if he would have done it, though, like, he was rapping his life
I feel like she wouldn't have made it this big of a deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think so. I think she would have, like, really, like, you know what I'm saying, seen it for what it was. They was drunk. You know what I'm saying? Shit got out of hand. And just being a celebrity and knowing how stuff can ruin each other's career, I think if he wouldn't have been so much pressed on making her look bad, or, you know what I'm saying, or telling lies and making her look crazy, I feel like it wouldn't have went this far.
Yeah.
I don't. I really do. I mean, I really do believe it, that it wouldn't have been what it is right now.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be talking about Tory Lanez going to jail for 20 plus years. I mean, we might have found out about it, but I don't think, you know what I'm saying, it would have went this far.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate situation, I just hope that maybe, one day he gets some healing or whatever, or, in her same way, you know what I mean? Like, there's two, I think that sometimes we just be kind of one-dimensional by thinking that just, you should just feel on one side, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's a crazy thing.
We're gonna talk more about that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just being able to just see one side and stuff, and not being able to see other people's side. Yeah. I feel like we gotta really touch base on that too on one of these episodes.
And it's a community of men getting abused by women too. And you gotta talk about that. Like, and it's like, we laugh about it. That's the craziest thing. There's women that are extremely strong. You feel what I'm saying? But we basically laugh.
My cousin is one of them.
Yeah,
I see her beat 2 niggas' ass before. Yeah. Like, and niggas actually fighting back.
100%, dog. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, my older sister used to beat up everybody in the neighborhood. She was the strongest. Like, my older sister can outlift me. She can lift 225. My niece,
that's wild.
She can lift that too. Like, look, it's like I remember this one person I was trying to help out. Right, it was overweight and really heavy set. She picked it up like it was nothing. So you have them like super Marvel heroes, women. You know what I'm saying? We gotta talk about that. But
yeah, we'll get into that.
We trying to chop y'all head up and everything like that. We appreciate y'all tuning in to Out of the Box Podcast, and you know how we gonna do it. Shakita, let them know.
All right, you guys, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to the official Out of the Box podcast. It's the #1 podcast that the industry never knew they needed. And if they didn't know they needed us, now you do. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. We out.
Good.